The longer I live on this earth, the more bullshit I find on a daily basis. I know this kind of old, but I just saw it, and it's so stupid, so I had to make a video on it. Let's see what we're talking about here.
My balls! I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
But damn, I mean that's a abrupt way to start your video off. We talking about balls. All right.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
First of all, who the hell even thinks like that? Who sits down and thinks I'm gonna take up as much space as I can just so no one else can sit down next to me? Who the fuck does that?
The people around you are relegated to a very small portion, but the key to manspreading is not noticing.
We grow up on two different tracks. People who manspread just are socialized not to worry about it.
I have so many vivid memories as a child of my mum telling me to close my legs.
So she told you to close your legs because maybe it's because you got a pussy. You know, you don't got a dick and balls. So, maybe that's it. Maybe you were probably wearing a skirt that day. And little perverts like to look up skirts, so that's why you would keep your legs closed, Men normally wear pants, so we don't have to keep our legs closed.
With gender, we're constantly working towards trying to get to this middle.
This week of manspreading is definitely going to make me feel anxious. As much as a super strong feminist, I want to say it won't.
I kind of secretly hope to annoy some men.
We found ourselves at the root of modern day feminism to try and annoy men.
That's my first train trip as a manspreader. I just feel like a monster already.
I have never agreed more. You're such a monster. Anyone who manspreads is a monster. Send them to prison immediately. They deserve life in prison.
How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
I just manspread on the bus for maybe a 5-minute ride for the first
I like-
time, and it wasn't even half full, and I was already getting glared at. So
I like how that was conveniently not recorded. You think? Now this is just a guess. You think maybe she lied?
It's day 2 of manspreading, and I forgot that I had to do this.
I think whenever a woman takes up space, she's considered bossy, she's considered aggressive. There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding black women and whether or not we're angry or we're dominant. And so
As a black man myself, I've met some pretty angry ass black women. Not to say that there aren't any equally as angry and bossy white girls out there.
I just got my nails done, and I manspread during my entire manicure, and nobody really seemed to notice.
You don't say. Maybe because no one cares. I like how she completely made her last statement look stupid. The last time she said something about people were glaring at her, and now no one cares.
I'm halfway through the week and really not enjoying this experiment at all. I'm still giving my seat up to people who need it because, of course, I am.
What made you think that men spreading their legs wouldn't give up their seats to an elderly or handicapped person who needed the seat?
What is it between their legs that's so important that it requires 2 to 3 seats?
What you should have done during this week is ask a man why he does it. I'm pretty sure they'll tell you it's because it's
humongous.
But no, for real. I mean, if you ask a man why he does it, they'll tell you it's because he's got a cock and balls down there. I'm pretty sure you've seen the little porn titles that say woman takes massive cock. I know you know that shit can't just sit there with your legs tightly clamped together. You know that shit's gonna be uncomfortable.
I saw a guy who was taking up 2 seats. When I sat down, I spread my legs out, which kind of pushed his leg into his own seat, and he turned to me and gave me a dirty look and said, "Seriously?"
We gotta take a moment of silence for the death of common sense. So she just pushed that man's leg off the seat and then was confused as to why he was upset about it.
Women are expected to be quiet, small, and almost invisible, whereas men can be this boisterous slobs, and it's all good.
Today, instead of feeling the confidence that I've kind of been feeling the rest of the week, I started to feel a little guilty. While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a guy came up to sit next to me, and instead of moving over like I normally would, I kind of just had to sit there with my legs out, and instead of saying something to me, he just sat on the edge of the seat the entire time.
So I don't know what point you were trying to make anymore. Now you're just being dicks.
So I've come across another person, quote unquote, manspreading, but wait, they identify as female. Women can take up space as well?
Nobody said that you couldn't, just that it was pointless for you.
I've not enjoyed this week at all. The very first day where a group of people came on, they were going to a game and they were all desperate for a seat, and I was taking up 3 seats, and they started talking about personal space. All their eyes were just on me, and they were mostly women.
Look what you're doing. Your legs aren't even spread. You're laying on the chair. How is that even remotely close to what you were trying to talk about? That's not manspreading. That's just being an asshole. You were just taking up 2 seats and there was a woman asking you for a seat. I mean, come on now.
If it was a group of dudes, I would have been like, yeah.
I thought that manspreading would kind of give me this air of disregard because I thought that I worried too much about what people think.
All the people on this bus with them must have been like, what the fuck is this woman doing? She got her shit out for the world to see. Situations like that is why your mother told you to close your legs.
My favorite part of this exercise was easily when I got to sit next to men who were taking up way too much space and just forcefully work my way into the seat and without words say, hey, I deserve to sit here.
Cut the bullshit! Cut the bullshit!
So let me get this straight. You 3 went out for a week and spread your legs to take up 5 seats at a time just to be a dick to men? Come on now. It's just time to cut this bullshit, man.
Be forced to manspread really showed me how up your own ass you have to be as a person to not be conscious of those around you.
To the man that's taking up too much space on a bus, on the plane, on the bench, we see you. You don't need that much room. To the
Alright, that's enough of this wonderful Buzzfeed creation. So I guess I've learned. Next time I have to sit down somewhere, I'm just gonna clamp my legs shut, disregarding my balls and all. I hope you all learned that too. See you guys in the next video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.